Alright, so guys, here is the V7 cam pin, enhanced in all of its glory, just hanging out here on the tabletop. So let's take a look at this and see what makes it tick, what makes it special, and why I recommend this, because I do. So first of all, I know that the newer ones have I believe it's the V7 removed in front and then or on top, and then also they have this same this little divot here. They put another one up top to decrease the weight. So the weight I believe is listed on their website as 20 grams. I don't think that this is because it's one of the earlier production ones. So again, truth be told, with V7 they did send me a couple of these. I did buy a bunch of them, and I accidentally sold a gun with one of them in there, and I'm pretty upset about it because I really like those. So it's not rocket science. It is 4340 steel that's heat treated to 45C or 45 Rockwell C. For you people that are into metallurgy, you know what that is. If you don't, then you can go look that up. And it is covered with a nice melanite coating. You see there's a little bit of wear there, as there will be on all cam pins. They always make that weird little divot there, that little line there. You'll see that on all of them. I mean, there's another one we'll take a look at here, and that's just the carrier basically wearing against the pin. So why do I like these things? Well, if you have a gun that hangs up and has like rough cycling, you probably have some sort of internal friction issue, which you might need a cream for, I don't know. But at the very least, you want to see what you can do to reduce the friction in the gun. So it's short stroking, obviously it's not the gas system, whatever. Obviously lubrication really, really helps, they say. But also looking at your gun and saying, okay, well, when I run the action, when I cycle the bolt, does it sound gritty and shitty and terrible? Well, if it does, then you probably have components that are wearing against the inside of your receiver, especially the newer gun. So let's take a look at the original Mil-spec cam pin. Ooh. Yeah. So that is, they say it's Mil-spec everywhere. It's all quote unquote steel with a phosphate finish. I've not been able to find out exactly what the metallic composition is, and I've stopped looking because I don't care anymore. But this is obviously just your standard cam pin. And you can see there, you have the same kind of wear. Over here, yeah, you see that line right there, right there. So with these, they seem to be pretty similar, and obviously they still wear the same. This one, the V7 has had a couple thousand rounds on it, I think, since I've last cleaned it. I haven't cleaned the gun that has this in it in probably two years, maybe 3. So you can already see the difference though. And so the cam pin, if you're not familiar, moves into something called the cam pin track in the upper receiver, where as it moves along the side of the bolt carrier, God, you guys need a schematic for this. Anyways, so it tilts to the left on right-handed guns, and while the carrier moves back and forth, and there's a little pocket on top on your upper receiver. So before you get too deep in the weeds, that's just where it goes and what it does. Now, when it does such things, it rubs up against it, as most things tend to do. So this one has, when you're looking at a cam pin that's moving with the bolt carrier group, it is facing one way, and it stays that way the entire length of the travel. So as it moves backwards and cams out, and cams back in, moves forward, it's always going to stay oriented like that. People are like, oh, if it's turning, I have a circular one. Oh, it's like, no, they don't turn, because this a river has to run through it, and if you're cam pin is doing this of your rifle, you have bigger problems than that. So when people are like, oh no, you gotta have a circular cam pin, this is the best thing, it's like, no, please don't. And of course they only go in the gun one way because, well, that's the way God and Eugene Stoner wanted it. So already you can see here that there's a significant difference in terms of the surface area, what's actually contacting the wall. So if you look at it and just say that this is the firing pin moving through the gun towards the forward end of the, like it normally would. These 2 points are the only points that this one actually contacts the cam pin track, where this has to drag itself all the way across just the whole side there, and then of course the edges. Now people are like, well, it's just a little bit right, but a little bit, these things add up. That's why you can have a gun that doesn't work until you lube it up. Then you lube it up, all of a sudden it works. Well, guess what? You took a little bit of friction out of there. That works awesome. So I really like these. I think they're great for guns that are a little bit finicky. I have a couple guns that really did not want to run until I was able to get some of these in there. And also the SRC Reliables, which I'll have a video on for you before too long. So not too bad for a couple thousand rounds. You can see there's kind of some chipping on the other one there. And they both have some wear. You can kind of see the side that we rub it on the cam pin track. Both of those. You see, like there's this much harder angle here. It's just kind of being chewed away at. Where here, it's nice, even, smooth wear. So it's not, anything just being really like chopped at. So it's really nice in terms of, you're not getting just uneven wear and things like that like you get here. You can see that it's taking the finish off, but like in passes and not in multiple, or not in one single motion. So again, there's the same little line there. Oh God, it's defective. No, it's not defective. Stop. So these bad boys come in at about $20, and right on their website you can go ahead and get one of those. Again, personally, if I had the money, I would have them in all my guns. I think I've only got like 4 of them right now. But I do think they are amazing. They are worth it. Now, the standard bolt carrier comes with your cam pin, all that great stuff. These guys, well, $4 to $5 generally for something like this. Then you can get into finishes and weird stuff. I don't know. It's going to be inside your gun. No one will ever see it. So if you're cheap, yes, you can get 4 or 5 of these for the price of this. However, I just think this thing is just awesome. It just runs, and like I said, they did give me a couple of them, but then I went back and bought a bunch of them myself because I thought they were great. So I do really like the way that it feels when you put that into any bolt. You can really feel the way it smooths out. I've had friends that, all their guns are all sticky, whatever, and I will go ahead and throw that in there, and you can actually just feel it's like the cycle so much easier, even on hand cycling. But yeah, I definitely recommend it, guys. If you are looking to upgrade your bolt carrier group with some more premium parts, I would say go ahead and grab one of the V7 weapon systems, enhanced cam pins. They said $20. And if you use the code KCTV7, they will give you some free stuff at checkout, whether it's swag, whether it's additional parts. It all depends on the size of your order. So get in there, guys. Go ahead and make them yours. Guys, have a great rest of your day. I got nothing else for you. Have a wonderful week. Blue.